What it be like? Niggas ain't fly like me, like all this yellow on my neck, Chuck E. Cheese, right? Candy Jack, could you please step my peace pipe? What it be like? If a nigga act up, got the piece right. On the small of my back, till for these nights. Speeding through the city on the street lights. What it be like? Michael Jordan 3s or the 3 stripes. Dr. hating ass niggas in police lights. Only mess with OGs, hoes be the freak type. Only shoot cracks.
Yo, what up,
don't do the 3 dice. And we think it's made with the ringside. Got 100K large in my Levi's. Stay with the paper like a nigga slinging beat pies. How you do that? Well, it's easy though. I just let them watch like a TV show. And it's bad fox with me, it's speaking folk. And it's long fox drag it down to the floor. I'm a pimp, yeah, I speak the code. I be high up, but I keep it low. Profile, ties on the beamer, yo, dope boy, dope style, low miles on his hook.
What's good, y'all?
What it be like? Niggas ain't fly like me, like all this yellow on my neck, Chuck E. Cheese, right? Candy Jack, could you please stop?
Always like this song, man.
What it be like?
Stay with us, putting on for a
got the piece right. On the small of my back, so for these nights. Speeding through the city on the street lights.
YouTube gonna hate on my video. It's all good. I do not own the rights to the music. Mentioned, stated, do what y'all gonna do. What's good though, y'all, man? I'm just out here chilling, man. You know, karate in the garage is what I do. I hate the reflection. I say that every time, but let me go get some contacts. You feel me? But yeah, I'm just out here chilling, man. Columbus, Ohio, 34 degrees outside, waiting on this snowstorm to show up. They never know how much snow we gonna get, so we're finna find out. You know, that's all I can say about that. But yeah, man, just out here chilling, man, smoking a cigar, thinking about a little bit of boxing, thinking about you know, tomorrow night. Can't wait to see Adrien Broner and Manny Pacquiao get in the ring. You know, square up and do their thing. You know, anybody who's seen any of my videos, anybody who follows me on social media knows that I am 100% Adrien Broner in this fight. You know, some people say it's an Ohio thing. Some people say biased because I'm from Ohio. You know, pretty much saying it's an Ohio thing. But it's not just an Ohio thing. Like, yeah, it is an Ohio thing. You know, because my man AB from Cincinnati, I'm from Columbus, Ohio. But it's more than that. You know, I believe that this is the big one for AB, man. He needs to come out here and do his thing in this fight. Set up, you know, the second half of his career. You know, he's got to put it all on the line. There's no point to boxing any further if Adrien Broner is not going to put it all on the line in this fight. Okay. He's got the speed and he's got the power to be able to hang in there with Manny Pacquiao. You know, it's all a matter of the typical, you know, is Adrien Broner going to let his hands go? I believe he will. You know, I say interesting fact, or interesting to me, was that Al Bernstein said that Adrien Broner has actually outworked Pacquiao as far as the number of punches thrown per round over his last several fights. I thought that was rather interesting because people always say Adrien Broner doesn't let his hands go. And in order to beat Manny Pacquiao, at times he is going to need to outwork him. You know, Pacquiao likes to come in and throw punches or punches in bunches, you know. This is going to be very important for Adrien Broner to match that energy. It's also going to be important for him to fight smart. There's going to be times where he's going to need to pick and choose his shots. He's going to have to counterpunch, catch Pacquiao coming in or catch Pacquiao on the way out. He comes and do those flurries, catch him on the way out. Manny Pacquiao is a legend. He's an all-time great. You can take nothing from the man. He's the only man to ever win titles and don't quote me on the number. It's either 7 or 8 weight divisions. That's huge, given the long legacy and history of boxing. To be able to say that you're the only person to have done something, and for it to be on that level, that's big. So you cannot take anything away from a legend, But this legend is old. He's 40 years old. He's shown that he can be beat. He's got I think 7 losses on his record. Some of those losses are questionable. Jeff Horn, the second Bradley fight. I'll be honest with you. I thought Tim Bradley won the first fight. We can argue about it all day. I thought he won the first fight, but he also can be knocked out. He had 2 early knockouts in his career, and he also was knocked out by Marquez, knocked out by Marquez on a counterpunch. So definitely could be something that we see a repeat of, but he's going to be smart. It really bothers me because out of all the fights that I've ever seen Manny Pacquiao in, I cannot tell you that I've seen Manny Pacquiao look past an opponent. He comes in ready. He comes in relaxed. He knows what he's going to do, but he's got a couple of issues, in this particular fight. Even starting back to day one of the talk, from the very first press conference, he cannot escape thinking about a second Mayweather fight. And I'm sorry, say what you will about Adrien Broner, he has A-level talent. He's got A-level skills. Just at times he shows a C-level state of mind or a C-level effort. And that's the part that's not, going to fly for him in this fight. But Manny Pacquiao has to take this man seriously. It's hard to say that he's looking past him, but I mean, to this day, they're still bringing up, Mayweather Pacquiao too. So I think that would be a major mistake for him to look past. But either way, I expect Manny Pacquiao to come out and do what he does, man. I expect him to bring the fight to Adrien Broner. It'll be interesting to see, as an older fighter, Manny Pacquiao has had issues with his legs. There's been times where Manny Pacquiao's he gets cramps in the fight, and it slows him down. And it's really going to be important in this fight for that not to happen to him, because should that happen, that's going to put him at a major disadvantage in his fight here with Adrien Broner, because he's going to need as much movement as he can. He's going to need to come at Broner from different angles. He likes to jump in and jump out after he throws his flurries. So that's going to be really important because he's going to need to get out of the way of any counter punches that Adrien Broner chooses to throw. But AB's got the power, man. He's got the power to stop him if he catches him. It could be lights out. Marcos Maidana, although he beat Adrien Broner, he did definitely respect Adrien Broner's power. Adrien Broner came on the second half of that fight after he had been knocked down a couple of times, and he hurt Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana admitted after the fight that he was hurt. He admitted that he did not want to fight Adrien Broner again because he felt his power. Don't quote me. I believe he said that Adrien Broner hit him the hardest that he had ever been hit. But Adrien Broner also, so you could say he had a lackluster effort against Sean Porter because he waited to throw his hands. Second half of the fight, later on in that fight, he started to come on and he knocked Sean Porter down. I believe it was in the 12th round. So think about what would have happened, had he been focused in on his game earlier in that fight. So you can't, and Sean Porter, I believe, I don't know if Sean, I can't recall hearing that Sean Porter had been knocked down. Again, I'm not a boxing historian, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I know I haven't seen him get knocked down other than that, at least that I can remember. So I mean, we know Sean Porter has a solid chin. So with that said, I'm expecting a great fight tomorrow. I believe that Adrien Broner is going to stop Manny Pacquiao inside of 10 rounds. Those are my thoughts, I'm tired of the Mayweather Pacquiao 2 talk. I don't want to hear no more of it. It's time to kill that, silence it, get it done and over with. I want to see my man AB put on for Ohio, do this shit for the hood, all that stuff he talking. I want to see it. It's got to be done. Repping Ohio, that's my man. I'm not backing down. And if he loses, hey, I'll take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take it on the chin. I'm not changing my opinion regardless of what anybody comes to me and tries to say. And I've been getting it. I've been getting it. But if you look back to my video from when I first found out they've been fighting, I've been riding with AB the whole time. I'm not changing. It's for the hood, gang, whatever you want to say, man. But yeah, I just can't. I look forward to the fight, and I look forward to the undercard. So Badu Jack and Marcus Brown is going to be a great fight. I really look forward to that fight. You got a young, hungry, up-and-coming fighter, and you got a polished fighter in Badu Jack, man. I really like Badu Jack. So I expect that to be a competitive fight. I seen some bad blood at the weigh-in today. Or not bad blood, but they was getting a little antsy at the weigh-in. So they're gonna be bringing some animosity into the ring. And then another interesting thing on the undercard is Rashay Warren is fighting. Cannot remember the gentleman's name that he's fighting. But apparently now Rashay Warren is I believe he's a 3-time Olympic medalist, and either medalist or he fought in the Olympics 3 times. But he's fighting someone who beat him in the Olympics. And this is their first time meeting professional, and it's for a title. So I mean, that's a pretty good undercard. And then I forgot who the first fight is. I know that one of the fighters that was originally scheduled did not make weight. And they chose not to fight him. So they've had a fill-in. Sometimes these fill-in fights are tricky, especially if you're grabbing a guy who's not just sitting on the couch watching TV, somebody that's been in the gym training. So if you get a fighter in there that's ready to go, anything can happen, So we'll see how it all goes, but the time is here. It's Friday night. The fight is coming on tomorrow night, Saturday night, Showtime pay-per-view. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So it is what it is, man. Just looking forward to that. Aside from that, man, I'm just out here chilling. Anybody that's wondering, wintertime, I have a whole bunch of these cigars. They had a Black Friday special, and I ended up with 3 bundles of these Alpha Cigar New Orleans edition Claros. So this is my wintertime smoke. It's a cigar I love. If you haven't caught one of my other videos, double absinthe infused cigar. You know, smoke goes anywhere from, you know, 30 minutes to, I've had one of these last me almost an hour before. You know, it just depends on how much I'm talking, the pace I'm smoking, etc. Great smoke. It's not harsh on my throat. I don't have an incredibly terrible aftertaste for like 3 days after I smoke one of these. It's nothing like, you know, smoking an acid cigar. So don't, you know, when you hear the words infused or the word infused, don't think of an acid cigar. This really, you know, if you were to put 10 cigars on the table, you know, none of them infused, I would have, and mix this in there, I would have no idea that this was an infused cigar. I mean, you could taste the absence, so don't get me wrong, it does have a distinct taste to it. But if I didn't know that it was infused, you know, I can't say that, you know, I might think there's a little bit of flavor to it, but it's not so strong that um you know, somebody that, like, I guess the best way I can explain it is when I smoke one of these with somebody or one of the other Alpha cigars, because they have an infused lineup, um, people can taste the flavor on it, but it still smokes very similar, you know, to a non-flavored cigar. So it doesn't have a crazy aftertaste. It doesn't have an overly aggressive taste. You know, so a good, nice, you know, full body cigar that then went out because I talked too much. So yeah, you know. Need to fill my lighter up a little bit. But yeah, man, we're gonna see what this weather does. When did they start naming winter storms? You know, I've heard the blizzard of 97 or, you know, or something like that, or what, there's the one storm, Snowmageddon, you know, but I mean, what the hell is this winter storm name? It's something with an H. I mean, like, it's got a name like it's a hurricane or something. I ain't gonna look it up. I just thought that was funny. I mean, when did we start naming winter storms? You know, and here we're gonna get 4 to 8 inches, at least supposedly. So for me, being in Columbus, Ohio, I mean, 4 to 8 inches, like 8 inches is, you know, that's a lot of snow. It's going to be around for a while. It's going to be on the road, but, um, you know, that's not like a foot or two of snow. You know, if you want me to talk about a memorable storm, either a whole bunch of ice is going to have to come with this, or, you know, I mean, we need to get like a foot or more, or it would have to be like incredibly cold, like, you know, negative 10 degrees with like 50-mile-per-hour winds or something like that. You know, I mean, otherwise, this is just another snowstorm. Now, you know, if you up in the Northeast and, you know, it turned into a nor'easter or one of them things along the coastline, that's a different story. But I'm pretty sure you got your own standards. If you get those type of storms all the time, is this really a memorable storm? I don't know. You know, I just think it's funny that they threw a name on it. You know, like this storm is going to go down in history or something like that. I wonder if they'll follow the hurricane pattern. So if we have another storm in a week or two, are they going to name it too, but use the next letter in the alphabet? That remains to be seen, I guess. I don't know how this is going to work out, but something that I found funny, right? We have some really stupid people in this world. Okay. There's really no way to sugarcoat it. There's really no way to downplay it. Some people are just fucking stupid. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Just as a test, I just want to see. All right. So check this out, right? So I don't know, I'm a fishing guy. You know, I go fishing. You catch a fish, you got to know how to handle your fish, right? Um, You catch a bass, he's got his dorsal fin with the spikes that stick up. He's got some on the bottom of his body. Excuse me, I don't have technical names right now. But you catch catfish. Catfish has spines. Sometimes they're barbed spines. You catch a walleye, or a northern pike or something like that. You know that those fish have teeth. You have to handle them a certain way. Um, you know, right? We know the fish that we catch. We know there's all common sense, right? Handle fish a certain way. So there was a video that was at least going around on Facebook. I'm sure it was going around in other places as well that my friend showed me, and it involves some dumb hoes. Okay, let me play the video first. Get the sound going and all that stuff. So look at these fools. So what you don't know is they're at a beach, and she's swinging a dead fish at her. It's a catfish with barbed hooks. Barbed spines. So now that she slapped her with the damn catfish in the butt, the fish is stuck. It's stuck. You bet you are about to cry. That's all you need to see, right? So the video goes on and on and on and on. They can't get the damn fish out of her skin. And it turns out that she has to go to the hospital to get the fish surgically removed, right? All right. So I got a few problems with this video, or say I got a problem with this video off the rip, right? Who the fuck picks up a dead fish and starts smacking people with it? Who does that? Not only is that nasty as hell, it's just stupid. It's pointless. Man, pick up a damn twig, pick up some seaweed and beat the hell out of somebody with it. You don't start smacking somebody with a dead fish. I will whoop somebody's ass if they smack me with a dead fish. I ain't even trying to be funny, right? Excuse me. I ain't even trying to be funny. Who does that? And then some catfish, they've got their, now all catfish have spines, so no matter what, swinging a catfish at somebody can hurt, right? But this catfish has barbed spines. So just like if you were to hook yourself with a hook, a fishing hook, the hook goes in, it curves around, and then on that curve, there's also kind of like, another end that sticks like this, so that once it goes inside of your skin, you can't pull it back. It hooks the fish can't pull it back. That's the purpose of it, right? So as a defense mechanism, this catfish has barbed spines. So now you're walking around with the fish with spines that's dead. You've slapped it into this chick's legs, and I don't know, how the barb setup is on this particular catfish. I'm assuming because they couldn't get it out that it didn't just have one barb. It probably has multiple ones. But can you imagine that? You go walking into the emergency room. What do you say? What do you say? I guess you tell them the truth. We were at the beach. We were probably drunk or high, and we decided to be stupid. And my friend chased me around, and she hit me with this fish, and it got stuck in my leg. Like, if I was the person checking you in, I'd be like, "Excuse me, come again? Can you run that back for me, please?" Or you hit them with the. So I want to repeat this because I want to make sure I understand everything. So you was at the beach, right? and y'all was joking around, having a good time, and you picked up a dead fish, not a live fish, it was a dead fish, right? Okay, a dead fish. And your friend started swinging the fish at you. She hit you with the fish. You were hitting each other with this dead fish, right? The dead fish. And it just so happened to get stuck in your ass. Oh. Okay, I just want to make sure I had it right. I mean, what the fuck, man? Bro, if somebody walked in and told me, if I was working in a hospital and somebody walked in and told me that, it would make my day. Throw all the HIPAA privacy laws out the window. As soon as I walk out of your room, I'm making a YouTube video, an Instagram video, something, because I got to tell the world that I have some real life dumb asses in the room. Like, I just don't understand. Right? There's so many other things that you could do that are fun. I mean, I don't know, if you're gonna hit somebody, play fight with them. You don't just pick up random objects, let alone dead animals, and start swinging them at people. Bro, that's crazy, man. Crazy. So I don't know, man. Just a thought, man. Like, please, it's winter time. It's cold. I'm pretty sure when spring come around, we all gonna have spring fever. You're gonna get out there. Hey, I don't care if it's a dead bird. I don't care if it's a dead skunk on the side of the road. I highly recommend against or say discourage the use of dead fish, as a toy. Yeah. If I was our insurance company, I wouldn't even cover that. I'd be like, man, your friend got to come out the pocket on this one. We seeking reimbursement. She at least paying half. Craziness, madness, But yeah, I'm about to sit out here and just chill, finish smoking my cigar. I just wanted to make a little video. I'm excited for fight week. Excited for some boxing tomorrow. Yeah. I'm excited for snow, man. I like the snow, man. If it's gonna be cold, it needs to be cold for a reason. So if it's cold and we don't get no snow, then not my favorite. So that's it. Just want to make a quick video, man. Appreciate y'all. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at whateverman, WHATEVA_MAN. You can also find me on Twitter there. If you need to send me a message, feel free to do so on Instagram. As far as my YouTube page, like, comment, share, subscribe, dislike, send the hate my way. Hey, if you a pactard, and I ain't gonna go there. That was only when Mayweather was fighting Pacquiao. But if you're a Pacquiao fan, or if you think I'm stupid because I like Adrien Broner to win, or if you just want to hit me with a right cross to the chin, should the unthinkable happen and Adrien Broner lose tomorrow night, hey, come on back on this video and do so. I don't care. I can take it. See my beard, man. My chin's good. So, yeah, I'll holler at y'all later, man. Be blessed.